Hello, my name is Muhammad Zaim Zubir and my metric number is S50877. Today I would like to present on my behalf subject MMT 3201 Sistem Penyelenggaraan dan Pembaikan Kapal. The title that I would like to present is Engine and Auxiliary Repair. The topic that I want to present is what is auxiliary, and the second subtopic is 8 signs that indicate your ship auxiliary engine need overhaul, and lastly is type auxiliary machinery and equipment. What is auxiliary? Machinery other than the main propulsion unit is usually called auxiliary, even though it may be in direct support of the main machinery. Typical auxiliary machinery and equipment include feed system, pump and pumping, air compressors, heat exchangers, distillation equipment, oil or water separators, sewage treatment plants, and incinerators. All of these items of auxiliary machinery are covered in some detail by McGush in 1995 and Taylor in 1996. This section provides as example description of ship service system, shafting and propellers, and steering gears. The second subtopic is 8 signs that indicate your ship auxiliary engine need overhaul. Ship auxiliary engine are the most important supporting pillars that keep the ship going. As a marine engineer working on ship, understanding the ship auxiliary engine is of prime importance in order to avoid sudden breakdown or blackout situation. However, ship auxiliary engines are not easy to tame. They need constant monitoring and maintenance for running at all the time and preventing them from bringing the ship to a standstill. Through routine maintenance and check of auxiliary engine is a must. There are times when they require serious overhaul. As marine engineer, it is important to know the time and sign which tell that the auxiliary engine need overhaul. For the first sign is generator not taking rated load. If the generator is not taking the rated load, then there are chances that it is having some serious trouble. Since signs like overall temperature of the engine going off limit, important parameters showing abnormal figures, and unusual fluctuation indicates that the generator needs some serious checking. For the second sign is power imbalance. A ship engineer must keep a close eye on all the parameters, especially while taking performance reading of the auxiliary engine. If there is high peak pressure variation in any of the generator unit as compared to the average pressure, it indicates that the combustion chamber needs immediate overhaul. For the second sign is degradation of lube oil. Examining the quality of the lube oil is yet another way to find out about the condition of the ship auxiliary engine. If it is found that the lube oil is degrading and need to be removed before its running hours limit due to sludge formation, it may indicate bypass of the units. Such condition would require finding out the faulty unit followed by major overhaul. Degradation of lube oil would also lead to choking of filter, major reduction of oil pressure, and sudden increase in differential pressure. It is important to keep a track of this sign as well. For the fourth sign is white metal particle found in filters. If any type of metal particles, small or large, are found in the filters, it indicates the major wear down of bearing is taking place. This would require immediate overhaul of the faulty unit. For the fifth sign is unusual knocking sound. Sound of the auxiliary engine is also one of the best way to identify a problem. As a marine engineer working on ship, you will be quite familiar with the usual working sound of the auxiliary engine. If the working sound is replaced by any unusual knocking sounds, it indicates that there is some problem with your machinery system. Observe the knocking sounds closely. If the sound is increasing at a faster rate, it is better to rectify the faulty engine as soon as possible. For the sixth sign is generator overspeeding. Overspeeding of generator is a situation wherein uncontrolled acceleration of the engine takes place, leading to a mechanical failure and serious accidents. Mostly, it occurs during the time of starting, but can also occur when it is running on load due to fuel pump getting stuck or problem in the fuel system. Check if your engine is overspeeding and take measure accordingly. For For the seventh sign is abnormal crankshaft deflection reading. A marine engineer has to take timely measurement of crankshaft. In example, crankshaft deflection with the help of dial gauge. If the reading are above the normal limit, it indicates problem in the main bearing or alignment of crankshaft, requiring immediate action. For the last sign is running hours. Keeping a track of the running hours is extremely important to know when the engine would require next overhaul, read the past record, and carry out timely overhaul procedure. For the last subtopic is type auxiliary machinery and equipment. For the first type is ship service system. Some of the equipment in the machinery space is dedicated to servicing the ship in general and providing amenities for personnel or passengers. Thus, the bus system is available to clear oil or water leakage and residues for machinery and other spaces, as well as to provide an emergency pumping capability. The domestic water and sewage system provide amenities for personnel. For the second type is shafting and propellers. The transmission system on a ship transmits power from the engine to the propeller. It is made up of shaft, bearing, and finally the propeller itself. The thrust from the propeller is transferred to the ship through the transmission system. The different items in the system include the thrust shaft, one or more intermediate shaft, and the tail shaft. These shafts are supported by the thrust block, intermediate bearing, and the stern tube bearing. A sealing arrangement is provided at either end of the tail shaft with the propeller and completing the arrangement. The last type is steering gear. The steering gear provides a movement of the rudder in response to a signal from the bridge. The total system may be considered made up of three parts: control equipment, a power unit, and a transmission to the rudder stalk. The control equipment convey a signal of desired rudder angle from the bridge and activate the power unit and transmission system until the desired angle is reached. The power unit provide the force when required and with immediate effect to move the rudder to the desired angle. The transmission system, the steering gear, is the mean by which the movement of the rudder is accomplished. That's all from me. Thank you.